What's good, crew? It's Rubber Captain coming back at you with another video, and today we got another special one for y'all boys. We got that GP Luffy work with no secret Luffy, man. Look, I know some of y'all want to play the best deck in the format, as they say, but you don't want to spend that bread on that fucking ridiculous price, $80 secret rare, man. So, look, you know the captain got you. The captain got you, man. But first, we want to give a shout out. First off, I want to give a shout out to all the official crew members. I really appreciate y'all supporting the channel, man, helping the channel grow, keeping the dream alive, as they would say. Hey, I really appreciate y'all, and I appreciate everybody who watches and likes and comments for your boy, man. It helps me out in that algorithm. Let's get to the video. All right, crew. So here we are. Here we are after much testing. We still want to do further testing, but right now we like it where it's at. We're doing pretty good with this build right here. And if you like content like this, RP Luffy's your main, PB Luffy's your main, any Luffy's your main. You gotta join this channel right here, cause hey, we dropping that insane knowledge on this channel, and we're doing it for free. You know what I'm saying? Some people charging. We doing it for free. But hey, man, that's enough of all the bullshit talk. Let's get into it. We got the leader here. If you don't know what the leader does, then hey, activate main once per turn. Dom -2 if you have Straw Hat Crew, only Straw Hat Crew characters. So remember that in play. Set up the two of your rested Don cards as active, and this leader gains 1,000 power to the end of your opponent's next turn. Great card, great effect, especially with some of these cards we got. So, we got 4 of the Searcher Namis. This is pretty standard in every build, This is what you're running, the Searcher Namis. Then we got 4 of the Sanji Puddings. This is your bread and butter card right here. This is what you want to see every game. This is going to take you further than your opponent wants you to go. The Sanji Pudding. This is the card they're going to be trying to get rid of every single time it hits the board. Sanji Pudding, man. We're running 4 of the Nico Robin. This is a great blocker, searcher, etc. Right? We're running 4 of the Frankies. This is this what levels us out right here when we're negging a lot of Don. Essentially our Zoro Joro, but it has an on play as well. Also, this is one of our starter pieces we want to see in our opening hand. If we don't see this, we want to see this or searchers. One or the other. Then we got 4 of the Fornosuke, just a searchable 2K, but also has a conditional rush. Could come up, but hasn't yet. Running 4 of the Sanji blockers, 2K counter. Most of the time, he's a 3-cost 6K blocker for you. Great card, great at blockering up, and it's a whole lot harder for them to remove. The 6-cost 6K than it is, your Nico Robin. Okay. I was running the Rush Sanjis before in my previous build, but now we're maxing out on the Rush Sanjis because this is essentially our secret Luffy. Our Rush Sanjis is essentially our secret Luffy. Okay, so we're running 4 of the Rush Sanjis. Great card. They don't expect it when you're playing GP Luffy. Like everybody, see the thing about when the meta comes around, the best deck, as they call it, a lot of people play the same build. So they know when they tech against your deck, right? If you're playing the #1 deck in the meta, let's just say, and people tech against your deck, they're expecting to see certain cards in your deck. This Rush Sanji is not one of them cards they expect. So they don't play around it, you know what I'm saying? And it's a whole lot harder for them to play around it anyway because it rests down to 6 or less, but they don't try to play around this card. This card is a surprise factor. It helps you win games. So, 4 of them. We're running 4 of the Usohachi, just the best 2K counter for purple in the game right now. I was running 2 of the non-drop Luffys, but I found with this new strategy, it's not ever really coming up. So we actually just replaced it with Sangoro. Reason being is there's turns where you can play out, a shit ton of dime worth of cards. Also, this is a Luffy Taro target. as well as just playing this out and buffing it with the Going Merry. It makes him a 7 cost, so he's just as hard to get rid of as a Sanji Pudding. And on top of that, if you have 8 or more dying, every time you attack, he's going to draw you a card and help you get your pieces that you need. So we're running 2 of these, and it's a 1k counter. So we got plenty of counter in this version of the build, which makes it where it doesn't struggle as bad as some of the more traditional, GP Luffy builds. So great card right here. We're running 4 Zorojoros, Searcher, 4 cost 6k. What more can you ask for? We're only running 2 of the Luffy Taros. As I said, we cut down on the bricks. We do want to see counter. Our opponent are also expecting us to be bricked up. So when we do have them 8, 9 cards in hand, and they think we're bricked up and they go for game, little do they know we play a shit ton of counter. But yeah, only 2 right now. I might go up to 3. I don't know after more testing. It just depends. We got to do more testing though. I just wanted to get this out to the community, man, to help some people out who wants to play the best deck, but they don't want to drop that bread. You know what I'm saying? I feel you on that. It's not worth it. EBO 2 was a fucking shitstorm. We got 2 when you're at sea you fight pirates. It's a brick, but it's a searcher, and it also can trigger out a life. So we're running 2 of those. 4 Gum Gum Giants is the best vent in the game, and then we're running 4 of the Going Marys, which replaces itself. Draw a card, cycle through our deck, and try to get them Sanji Puddings as quick as possible. But that's it for the deck list though. Let's get into the video. Let's get into the gameplay. But before we do, hey bro, drop that beat. Alright crew, so first up we got the mirror match here. And as I said, I was running the 2 9-drops. And I swapped them out for the Sangoros, so you might see the 9-drops here. But I don't even think I play it this game, so it is what it is. So we're running the mirror match here. We do have to worry about their secret Luffy because they are playing it. But we don't have to worry about that. So we're swinging 8 here. We don't have a 3 Don turn play, which is cool. I did keep this hand though because we did have the Sanji Pudding. We do got Luffy Taro and we got Zoro, so we will be able to kick it up a notch in a little bit. So the strategy here. Speaking of which, before I continue, let me pause real quick. Before I continue, the Discord is now live, so if you haven't joined the Discord, go down in the description, join the Discord. If you have any questions about any of these leaders or whatever, the Discord is the best way to get answers. I did drop this list yesterday into the Discord, so if you're in the Discord, you tapped in, you get to get shit early. So let's get back into it. Alright. So he's swinging 5 at us here. We're going to take, because we don't have much counter and we don't want to give up a 2k for a 5k attack. So we'll swing 5 in here. Okay, we're going to do Sanji Pudding here. Now, new strategy. So I don't want to use Sanji Pudding's effect right here, right? I should have, because I do have the Frankie. But like I said, it's my first time testing this version. But if you have the Frankie in your hand, and you have like decent counter, you can do it. I didn't do it because I don't have decent counter. So I chose to not do this play. But usually if you play Sanji on 5, you can do his effect, play out the Frankie, and you'll go back to 5. So typically that's what you want to do if you have the Sanji Pudding Frankie combo. Now, if you don't have much counter in hand, I don't recommend playing it out because you do want some counter in hand, you know what I'm saying? So that being said, let's continue. Now granted, I do got 2 2Ks in hand, right? But it's going to get hectic here really soon. We are playing the mirror match, and he does have the Rush Luffy, right? So we're having to play around that. See what he does here. He played out the Zoro. He's got a Sanji Pudding on board. He's got 3 open Don. He drew into another Sanji Pudding, so he's looking nice right now. Probably gonna swing 2 7s at us here, which is annoying. We have to take 1, and we're gonna counter out of the other one. This is why we saved that Frankie in hand. We premeditated his swings. We knew he was probably gonna swing 2 7s at us this turn, and we had to play around it. Also, now we got the Luffy Taro play. Here we're gonna take a 2K over the Gum Gum Giant because we want counter in hand. We don't want to be using Gum Gum Giant too early. Then we're gonna go ahead and do leader effect here and probably swing 8 into this Zoro here, trying to help control his board right now. Arguably, I could have swung 6 into it first, but I want to see if he's going to give me 2 cards from hand, and then I'll swing 6 into it to get a 3rd card from hand. We play out the Going Merry, we draw a card, we draw into a Searcher. We use the Searcher card to search into another 2K, and as you can tell now, our hand is quickly became full of fucking counters. So we now have 4 2K counters in hand. We got a Gum Gum Giant. We're feeling pretty good right now. We only got 1 body on board that he can swing into. He doesn't play removal, so you know, even if he uses Electrical Luna right here, it does not benefit him at all. We still got 3 swings next turn if we don't even see a rusher, you know what I'm saying? So now our opponent has 3 Sanji Puddings on board. Let's see what he wants to do here. If he turns them sideways, he's only got 4 cards in hand, and I will remove them. I will go into his Sanji Puddings. Let's see what he wants to do here. He's turned 1 sideways. Now all these 2Ks are about to put in work for us. Okay, he only turned 1 sideways, which, you know, okay, cool. I think he played the other one out just last turn. Let me make sure real quick. Sorry, I was paying attention, but I wasn't at the same time. Okay. Play out that. Yeah, okay. So he played it out. He played it out the one that turn, so he couldn't swing it. Makes sense. Get back to where we was at here. Going too far ahead. Okay. Sorry about that, crew. Sorry about that. Usually I'm paying attention. I was fucking somebody. My wife was texting me or somebody was texting me. I can't remember who it was. But anyway. Turn the Sanji Pudding sideways. So now my goal is going to be take that off the board. I don't have a decent play here, and I'm not low enough Don to play the blocker Sanji out for 3. So I'm gonna do a weird play here. Okay, it's gonna look weird, but this was the only option right now. We're gonna swing 7/7, right? He's got 3 cards in hand. He gives us the Gum Gum Giant here. He goes down even lower than us, so we definitely can't play the Sanji out now. So I'm gonna play out the Usohachi. I can't rest anything down, right? But that's fine. I just want to benefit off my leader effect a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And we should have done the Usohachi play first before we swung, because then we would have been low enough Don to play out our Sanji blocker and leave 2 open for Gum Gum Giant. But, you know, it's all good. It happens. So we're going to go 9 into 7 here. See what he wants to do. He lets it go. Leaving all that open Don. He ain't got no choice. And we're going to swing 8 into 6. We could do Going Merry, but it doesn't really matter in the mirror matchup. We got 2 open Don for, you know, 2 Gum Gum Giants. He does have 2 Sanji Puddings, and he does have Secret Luffy, right? We're going to force him to go for game this turn. And that's what you want to do with this build. You want to force your opponent to go for game. He knows there's probably no way he's going to get our board, right? His only other option is to go for game. So let's see what he does here. He swings 7 in. We're going to counter out. He swings 7 in. I should probably take this. Take that, and then if he swings 6, we'll counter out with the 2K. Assuming we don't have a Gum Gum Giant. Okay, he swings 8 first, which is cool. I should just take. He uses the effect. I should just take this, but you know, definitely should just take it. Yeah, okay. I definitely should take it because I know we can get out of everything, right? We use 1 Gum Gum Giant here. Get rid of the 9 costs. Go to 10. Now if he swings everything in, we can counter out safely. We're good. He leaves 2 open Don. Okay, yeah, he's going for game. He had no choice because he did use the Luffy effect. Bam, bam. 2K, 1K. We had another Gum Gum Giant in hand. And that's probably going to be GG's there. See what we do. We're going to go 8 in first. He said he should have saved Don for Luna, but you know, it is what it is. Even if you saved Don for Luna, I still had 2 attacks. And I could have just strapped up. And you was going for game, so there really wasn't no reason. Really wasn't no reason right here. What is going on? Why is this thing blacking out? Shit bugging here. Alright. Okay, somehow my file got corrupted right here. But this is the end of the game. He loses this game. Let's get on to the next game, crew. So this is the same person. We did a rematch. So hopefully this file is not corrupted. So you can see the finish of the game, but I mean, you kind of seen the writing on the wall that last game. We had a shit ton of attacks coming in. He was gonna swing 8s until he, you know, eventually died. But he was bricked up in hand for sure. But we do see our Sanji Puddings here. We do got Zoro Joro. It doesn't matter if you go first or second in this build. It really doesn't matter. We do prefer second, but it doesn't matter. Like if you gotta go first, cool. If you gotta go second, it's cool. If you're going first, you're looking for Sanji Pudding, Frankie, and if you're going second, you're looking for the same thing. Or you can even want to see the Robin as well. The 3-cost Robin is good going second as well, because that will put you on that I curve if you do use her effect. He plays out Sanji Pudding here. He's already ahead of us, so you know he's looking nice. I think he did get that trigger out of life, so he was able to play out that Sanji Pudding early, which you know is good for him. Swinging 8 at us here, we're just gonna take that. I still got the Rush Luffy in this build, in this version right here, but I think it comes out after this game. So here we're on 5 Don. To play out Zoro Joro here, notice I'm not playing my Sanji Pudding out right away. And you know, normal people probably would have done that, but we're not normal people. So we put one on these, swing 6, and then we're gonna pass here. The main reason why I'm not playing my Sanji Puddings out right away is just because I want to build my Don up, so when I do play him, I can put more bodies out at once. Also, next turn will be on 7, so I can play the Sanji Pudding out and the Luffy Taro at the same time, you know, and benefit off that. So we should be able to get a shit ton of Don worth of characters really quickly here. But I think you shouldn't utilize your leader effect just because you can, you know what I'm saying? Because you can use counter, you can take life aggressively, right? Like, we know he's got another swing here for 7. We can just take that. He doesn't swing because he doesn't want to lose his body, which makes sense. That's letting me know he's probably bricked up in his hand. So now we're gonna play out the Sanji Pudding with the Luffy Taro here. It draws us a card. We're gonna swing 6 in the life here. We're gonna poke away here. 6. He gives us a 2K. I told you he's probably doesn't have a lot of counter in hand. That's why he didn't turn his Sanji Pudding sideways. Swing another 6. He gives us another 2K. Yep, he's got no 1Ks in hand. Then we play out a Nico Robin blocker and we pass. So he does have the better board here because he is playing the secret Rush Luffy, right? But apparently he doesn't have it in hand, so he's gonna search for it. He gonna dig for it. He drew a Nico Robin. What is wrong with my game? Hold up, crew. Hold up, crew. Okay. I don't know what's going on with this file. I don't know why it's blacking out like that. We was talking on the side here, just telling him I like the Rush Luffy, but it's not worth $80, and it's not. You know, if I can beat you in a mirror match and you're running the peak version, as they call it, because you know everybody thinks they got the peak version. of the best deck. You know, if I can beat you without, $300 worth of cards, that should tell you something. So he is finally gonna turn the Sanji Pudding sideways. We like to see that. We like to see that. Turns the other one sideways. We just take that life, go down to 2. We're looking nice. He is sitting on a shit ton of Don, so it's making me think he does got the Rush Luffy in hand now. Let's see what he does. He plays out Luffy Taro. Is he gonna play out another Sanji Pudding? Plays out the Nico Robin. Okay. Cool. So, yeah, he's wide as fuck on the board, but so are we. We play out our Sanji Pudding here. It's our second one. And I got bad news for this guy. But we're about to just come in with relentless pressure right now. So we're going to go in 6 here. He's only got 4 cards in hand. We're gonna go in 6 to life again. See if we can get, we know he's low on counter. Remember that. We've been peeping that since the beginning of the game. I hope this shit doesn't black out again. Usually my files don't get corrupted, so I don't know what's going on, crew, when it's blacking out like that. But we're gonna try to make it through anyways because I don't have any more footage. My other footage already fucked up, so I gotta be able to show you these games. And I can just get more footage at the end of the day, so we'll do that too. We'll definitely do more testing with that. He gave us the Nico Robin blocker there, so I'm like, okay, bet. Let's go for 0 life. We're gonna get him down to 0 life. That's what we're gonna go for right here. He does got 1 open Don. I'm thinking here. I'm debating on going into the Sanji Pudding, but I'm like, nah, fuck it. We're gonna go 4 on our Sanji Pudding, swing 11 into 6. So if he does use the Gum Giant here, he's gonna have to give us some cards. You know what I'm saying? He takes it. He goes down to 0 life. Okay. Now we put him in the situation where he has to kill us right here, right? We got a blocker. We got 2 Gum Giants, and we're looking nice. So if he doesn't kill us, or freeze our board with the Electrical Luna or whatever the hell that card is called. Yeah, Electrical Luna. He uses Electrical Luna to freeze our board. That's fine with us. We still got 2 valid attacks, right? So he has to play a blocker or he has to kill us this game. Let's see what he does. He swings 6, okay. So now he's trying to get on our type of time. We give him the Rush Sanji here. Swing 7 into 6. We're gonna take that. Remember, we're forcing him to go for game here. See what he does. Swing 7 into 6. We'll give him a 2K. Swing 6 into 6. We'll take that. We get into a 3rd Gun Giant, which could be debated there. We'll give him the blocker here, because now even if he plays the Rush Luffy, we can get out of it safely. We draw into another 2K, so we're looking nice. Like I said, you just have to force him to go for game. Taking life is the easy way to do that. If you take a 6K hit, then they're thinking in their head, oh, he might be bricked up. So he pivots and goes into the Nico Robin blocker play. And I'm like, oh man, that's too bad, because one card we play a lot of is that Rush Sanji there, and Usohachi as well. We could even use Usohachi right here, but we're gonna do the Rush Sanji because why not? We get to get all this Don back anyway with our 2 Sanji Puddings. So yeah, we play the Rush Sanji out. We do our leader effect. We're back up to 5 Don to swing with. Now we can just swing 6 in, be annoying, tap him here. Then we could do 1 on Sanji Pudding, swing 8. Gonna force 2 cards from hand or a Gum Gum Giant. He gives us a 0 cost event, and now we can safely swing 11 for game. GG's. That is number 2 down. He did have the Rush Luffy in hand, but we put him in a situation where he didn't even feel safe using it. And it's like, you know, maybe we was just a better player in this game and that's why we won. I don't know. Or maybe the Decklist is just good without the Secret Rush Luffy, because Sanji rests down their blockers and goes in for the game. You know what I mean? They're never safe. And then you have the Usohachis as well. We could have easily done Usohachi and swung even bigger and probably killed him, but we didn't do that. We wanted more attacks, so we spread it out. But yeah, let's get on to the next game, crew. Alright, crew. So here's the Shanks matchup, and I did check ahead of time. This one does play all the way through, so we don't have to worry about the black screen popping up again. I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't know why I done that. It's never done that on any of my stuff. I did have another Shanks game, but that was on the file that got like completely corrupted. Like, can't even play it. I can play it, but I can't like skip through to like show you the pieces I want to show you. So it is what it is. Maybe I'll show it on a live or something. So in the Shanks matchup, our goal is to go wide as possible and just keep aggression on our opponent. Since we are playing the rush Sanji, that does help us out. Here, like I said, we're on 5 Don. We do have the Frankie, so we're gonna actually play out both bodies here, because that's what you can do with the Frankie. That's why I like Frankie at 4. We play out the Sanji Pudding here, buff our leader so we can swing 6, and then we're gonna play out the Frankie to go right back up to 5 Don. We're practicing using the stage here just for good habit purposes, as you would say. We got a decent amount of counter in hand. We do got a searcher for the next turn as well. He is gonna pop our Sanji Pudding here, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. It happens. That's gonna happen in this matchup, so just get used to it. It's all cool. So he swings 6 at us here. We're gonna go down to 2 life already, which could be scary to some people. He's only at 6 Don, so I don't want to swing the Frankie yet. What we're actually going to do is play our searcher out. Probably grab another 2K, because you can never have enough 2Ks against the Shanks matchup. We're going to do leader effect so we can go lower Don than him. Now we're going to swing, we're going to put 1 on the Frankie probably. Alright, we'll just swing 4 into 3. If he saves it, he saves it. It is what it is. Let's see what he does. Surely he don't want to use his counter to save that. Yeah, I was about to say. Okay, cool. We'll swing 6 in here. Then we'll play out another Zoro Joro to search some more. We're digging for them Sanji Puddings. We get another Sanji Pudding. Then we're going to play out our other searcher. If we get the Luffy Taro, man, we're set up for greatness next turn. We just established 2 4 costs, 6K bodies that turn. He does play Rayleigh out, so he'll be able to get rid of one of them. He's swinging into the Frankie here. I should just give him a 2K to force him to go into it with the Marco. Our life is safe, and once you start going wide like this, you have to worry about less and less attacks. So this turn we are going to do the Luffy Taro play. We get to draw a card. We draw into a Gum Gum Giant. We are looking fucking absolutely excellent right now. So we're going to go thinking here about what I want to swing. We're going to go 6 into 5. We're going to keep that pressure on his life here. Probably just play out the Frankie to go right back up to where we was at. We're looking nice. And then we're going to pass. So we're wide as fuck on the board. He is on his 10 Don turn, but he can't really safely play out his 10 drop, I guess I would say. He's trying to find something to help him get rid of these bodies on board, because He's scared of the secret Luffy, right? Let's be realistic, because everybody's playing the secret Luffy. He doesn't know we're not playing that, but you know, it's in his mind. It plays out Otama here in the Batman, trashes our Sanji pudding. So maybe he doesn't have the 10 drop. Maybe that's what it is. I'm thinking here what I want to do. I'm like, yeah, we'll just counter out of that. We'll take, well, never mind. I was gonna say we take the 8K, but we're gonna cycle. We're looking for another Sanji pudding. All right, we're on 7 down here. Probably play out Zoro. Thinking what I want to do here first. He only has 3 cards in hand, so we've essentially starved our opponent out here. Alright, we're going to play out our Rush Sanji, rest down at Otama, just swing Frankie into it for 4 to go back up that 1 dime we negged. We're going to swing 7 into 6 here. Looks like we're going for the board clear. Cool. Use leader effect. He did use his leader effect right there, so we're going to swing 6 into 6. He saves it. 6 into 6. If he saves this, then I just go 8 into the Rayleigh, because he'll have no more cards in hand. And we'll put our opponent into top deck mode. And we can sit on a Gum Giant and 3 2Ks. I don't know why I put 1 on the Luffy Taro there when he didn't have his leader effect. I thought he didn't use his leader effect. Okay, that's what it was. I didn't see him use his leader effect on the Sanji, so I just assumed that he had his leader effect still. So I put the 1 on the Luffy Taro. Plays Building Snake here. And he clicks on the wrong card, I guess. Or maybe he wanted to click on the Frankie. I give him a 2K to save it, just to be toxic. He swings 5 into it with his leader, and it's like, okay, well, you know. He can split Don up here and kill some shit if he wants to, or try to. Let's see what he does. Okay, he goes 12 into 7. I let that go. Goes 10 into 6 here. We're actually gonna save this. So we use the Gum Giant there, give him a 2K, save our Zoro here. He has no cards in hand, so we can just wipe his board and establish our own board. We're gonna go 2 into 2 here. Surely he's not gonna save that, right? Play out the Sanji pudding, use leader effect, get all that nice Don up. Just put 1 on lead swing, right? Oh yeah, we're just gonna do it this way. Yeah, he can use leader effect there. We'll swing 6 over, then we'll swing our Luffy Taro over to mid Batman there. Perfect. We've cleared his entire board. We established another Sanji pudding. We're sitting on 3 open Don, just bluffing whatever. He's on top deck mode. He top decks a Uda. What does he draw into? He draws into a lime juice, so he literally had nothing good to draw into. That is hilarious. He's going 14 into our Luffy Taro here. That's not gonna matter. Okay, we're on 6 Don. We got Sangoro in hand. Play Sangoro out. Use leader effect. Go back up. Now we got 4 open Don, and it's gonna be 6. I wouldn't mind putting 3 on the Nami and going in, but you know, it is what it is. 6, 8, and 8. Get him down to 0. Force him to have a 2K, 1K. He does have a 2K, 1K, so we know what he got out of life. Still on top deck mode. We have starved this Shanks to death. Like, not only have we been starving him, but we've literally been taking his life as well. So it's like, what can you do at that point? He swings 11 into our Sanji pudding here, and we give him 3 2Ks to save it. He plays out the Lucky Roo, thinking he's gonna be safe, but little does he know we play the Rush Sanji. Rest down his Lucky Roo, use leader effect. Now it's gonna be a shit ton into your life. 6, 6, 7, and that's GG's right there. Dang, I wish we could have showed off the other Shane's game too. That one was nice. I actually got the non-drop Luffy down in that one, but that's literally the only time I got him down. So that's why I switched him out for the Sangoro. I think Sangoro will be the play over the non-cost for right now. Let's get into the deck profile again. All right, crew. So this is where we're at right now. I definitely want to do more testing with it for sure. And once we get that more testing done and we get it to like 100% perfection as far as like consistency wise, like we're not really gonna struggle with consistency, right? Because we are playing a shit ton of searchers. But once I figure out that perfect line of play, we might might take it to a tournament or something and do something with it. Yeah, that's it for the video, man. If y'all like this video, make sure you hit that like and that sub button for your boy. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We do have like 5,000 something returning viewers. If every one of y'all hit the sub button, man, it's free, bro. It's free. You're watching my content, you're returning anyway, so hit the sub button. And to all the motherfucking haters out there who dislike my videos, bro, hey, keep doing your thing, keep watching my videos. I appreciate it. And I'll catch y'all boys in the next one, man. Peace.